welcome to another Fountain Pen Day review. This week's review will be a little different. Instead of being just about the pen, it's going to be about the converter. I'm going to take the ever popular Kaweco Sport and we're going to review the converters as well as the standard cartridge that goes with it. Being a small pen, although once posted, it's a great size, excellent pen, especially when I'm at work because it's super durable. Easy if you want the clip, you can use it. If not, you can just pop it on and off. But it stays on tight enough that it won't fall off. And it's a simple concept for this pen as well, where it can take either the standard ink cartridge. This one has not been used yet because I'm going to use this to measure how much ink it actually holds compared to the other versions that I have. So we're going to compare that to the bulb filler. Now I've shown in another video how to make this out of an actual ink cartridge and a number 18 sack. Pretty sure it's the 18 sack that I got from Pandemonium. And this idea, not mine. This was from DC Pritch over on Fountain Pen Network. What a great idea! Such a simple concept. But we'll see how much ink this holds compared to the cartridge that comes standard. This is something that's been talked about quite a bit. It doesn't really work. This is the Monteverde Mini Converter. Many people were trying to use this, and were using it. You can, but it's not very stable. Up until Kaweco actually came out with their own. This I got from Churrasco from Fountain Pen Geeks. It's on Fountain Pen Network also, but we traded a few things here and there, some paper and stuff. So he sent me that and an actual new, I think this came out in March, an actual Kaweco Converter, which is basically, it's kind of the same concept because you can see it's got that soft sack in the center, but it's got the metal housing on it as well. You can see it's focusing right here, locked in. Okay, you can see there's that metal bar that goes across. You push down and it lets it draw up the ink. So what we're going to do is see who holds the most ink. First and foremost, this Monteverde converter that has the ball in it, which is annoying, but it's there for a reason. It keeps the ink flowing. It will fit, but it fits very loosely. I mean, you can see it's hanging right here, but I wonder about whether it will continue to be stable in here and not slip a little bit loose where it's going to let air in, impede the ink flow, and leak everywhere. But if you have it in, and this one is just a straight up and down also, I'm sorry, it's not one of the twisters, so you just draw the ink up, and once you put this, put the back onto the pen, it comes very close to the top. You're getting some glare. It comes close to the top, but not all the way, so it does have the ability to move around. That little bit that I showed you, it can come loose like this in the pen. I mean, should you drop it, which I drop this pen frequently, which is why I don't take good pens to work. That could happen, and I've never used this converter, I've never tested it or anything, but like I said, that seal being broken there, you could have a big mess in here. There are also people that have converted this, I'm not going to do it, but to an eyedropper, and because it's all plastic, you could simply put some silicone grease around here, fill this up. I mean, this would hold a tremendous amount of ink. I haven't tried it, but that's another option, but it's not one we're going for this time around. So, I'm going to use just regular Nula's X-Feather ink, and I have some empty bottles, so I'll measure out what each one of these holds. So, to make it fair, I'll put it in the pen, tip, no, I didn't get it. Look at that, it's not even drawing up the ink. I guess it's not making that good of a seal. I'll hold it in. Now that time it drew up a little bit of ink. Messy, messy, messy. Okay, so let's try it this way. You're welcome. Getting ink all over me. Not that it's the first time, but so that's pretty much a full fill. There's a little bit of airspace. I'll try one more. It's about as good as it's gonna get. And again, it fits loosely. So I'll take one of the vials, and we'll see how much this actually is gonna hold, which is not much. So this is going to be the Monteverde Mini Converter. Not worth your while. There's too many other options that are far easier and hold far more ink. Here is, still getting this off me. Here is the bulb filler conversion. Again, a great idea, and it's super easy because you can change the colors and everything without a problem. Simple clean. Plus the bulb, you can just pop this off and clean it out really easy. So this one, you're gonna squeeze this down and let it absorb. You're gonna let it soak up the ink. You just spray myself again. All right. And like any bulb filler, you gotta let it fill up. It'll take a second. There's some airspace here. I'll see if I can get rid of that. Lord. Alright. I do have a little bit of airspace in there. I'll give it one more. I gave the other one 3. I'll give this one 3. And then we let it fill. Got a little more. Wipe it off. But you can see you've got it. It's almost a full fill. I mean, there's very little airspace in there. This one you could also, with if you didn't want to do the nib, if you had an inkwell or something like that, you could fill it that way too. So, empty this out and measure. And I think we got all of it out that we're going to get. You can see it's almost, just from squeezing it out, it's almost clean. These work really good. Super idea. Fast, easy to make. And the last test, second to last test, sorry, is the one that, put these down in order. Alright, it is the one that Kaweco came up with. And that one, this again, I haven't tested it, I haven't used it, but it's Kaweco, so it just pops right on, and you're going to squeeze right here to absorb the ink. Did I say absorb again? To have it take the ink in, draw the ink in. That is the third fill. Okay. And this one is going to hold not much. It can't be right. Alright, it's in all the way. I'm going to make sure I have the section all the way down. Two. And 3. I'll give it a second. Alright, and I'm kind of disappointed. That's Kaweco's version. It holds very, very little. I'm surprised. I would have thought much more. Alright, finally, Sorry, just cleaning this section off. We can put this away for a moment. And to find out what the cartridge holds, I'm going to break the seal on it, and we're going to do this the easy way. I'll measure just using a blunt needle syringe. I'll draw it all out, and these are easy to use too, because you can, once these are empty, you can clean them out, and then you can use a blunt needle syringe. I got this one from the Goulet Pen Company, and you can draw up whatever ink color you want, fill it, pop it in, and it's simple to do. Empty. I mean, you take this and you can wash this in the sink. It only takes a minute. If you already, obviously you're going to need a blunt needle syringe. Fill this with water, stick it in, push down while you're over the sink, of course, and it'll flush this out almost perfectly clean in just a couple of tries. All right. Okay, we now have all three versions, and I'll put them back in order, and I'll bring the camera down and I'll show you what's what. And I'll line these up. This will be cartridge, bulb filler, and Kaweco. Okay, here are the results. As you can see from here, this is the Monteverde that just doesn't work. This is the bulb filler, DC Pritch, great idea. This is the new Kaweco Converter. Is it in focus? Sorry. And this is the actual ink cart. So the only two that really, that's terrible. For the Kaweco Converter that we've been waiting for. This version, which is that bulb filler, and which has quite a bit, and this one being a cart, you can see that there is quite a difference. That bulb filler is holding almost twice as much. So, in any case, I just wanted to take a minute and show everybody the 4 different options that there are, other than converting it to a bulb filler, that you can use for this great pen. And it is a great pen. I love this pen. I take it to work all the time. There's no fear of it getting dropped or whatever. This is actually my second one because I lost the first one. And since there's ink in it, this is a broad nib. I'll give you a quick writing sample, and then we're going to be done for the day. There we go. Yeah, that's a broad nib. And it's fairly wet. And you can see the from the light how wet it is. Super smooth. I mean, this is a great little nib. For the price of this pen, these nibs, super smooth. Line variation on the broad. You can get some. A little bit. Okay, that's really it. I just wanted to show you how the converters all compare, because it's something that's been talked about for a while, and this is a super popular pen. Alright, thank you for watching. Remember, Fountain Pen Day this year, 2013, is going to be November 1st. Have a great day.